Hey friends, this video is going to be a 15-minute stretch for all the mamas out there who are feeling stiff. If your body is just gone through it, whether you're just holding your baby, breastfeeding, all the things. If I've learned anything in the 2 years of motherhood, is that my body has been through a lot, and I've been avoiding my mat because my body feels different. Even though I had a baby literally almost 2 years ago, I'm still breastfeeding. I'm still being a mom, and the stiffness never ends is kind of what I'm getting at. So this video is for you. So roll out your mat and join me. Let's start in child's pose, and let's get our bodies just flowing again. Let's get our bodies working, okay? Not only is my body very stiff from momming all day, but it's morning for me right now. This is literally the first movement that I've done, so maybe that's the same thing for you right now. So let's start in child's pose. So you just get yourself grounded, bring your big toes to touch, stretch your fingertips out long towards the top of your mat, and just settle in. So whether you want an active child's pose by straightening your arms, maybe you want to just go ahead and relax them down into the mat, press your forehead down, so the space between your eyes, your brow right there, really press it into the mat. And then if you want a little bit more right here, want a nice side body stretch, you can come up onto your fingertips and crawl all the way over to the right, giving your left side body a really nice deep stretch. And then shifting over to the other side. Keep sitting your hips back onto your heels. So see if you can get more weight to press back as you're reaching your arms forward and getting that nice side body stretch. And continuing to coming back to your breath. And come back to center, back to child's pose. Really press your forehead, your brow down into the earth. When you feel ready, you can move. Go ahead and come into a tabletop. You can tuck your toes under, scoop up through your lower belly. You're going to crawl your fingertips towards the top of your mat. And we're going to go ahead and just press your forehead down. So typically we'll go into this by putting your chin down and gazing forward, but we're going to really ease into things, and we're not going to take ourselves to the furthest that our body can go. We are going to really take it slow. And I really want to focus on the spots that us mommies are feeling, that spot in your upper middle back, at least for me in this pose, is screaming right now, but this also feels so good. It just lets me know that I need this a lot. So you can tuck your toes under to help give you more of a lift, or you can untuck your toes and press the tops of your feet down, really just whatever feels best for you. And really scoop your navel up so that it releases tension in your lower back. So think about your belly button going back towards your spine. And keep coming back to your breath. Allowing your body to get really heavy and open at the same time. So you're pressing down into the earth. So all the points that are pressing down, let them really ground down to the earth. And then use your breath to help your body feel really, really open. And then really slowly start to come out of this. My body is just not wanting to do that right now, and this is me just getting some puppy love right now. You cannot do any kind of movement or workout or anything with a golden retriever. All right, you're going to ground your hands down, lift your left hand, your left fingertips up towards the sky, get a really nice stretch, and then you're going to thread it through. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. And you can press the tops of your feet down here like I am, or you can have the option of tucking your toes under if you need a little more height. And you can use your right palm to press down to kind of be able to make that twist a little bit easier, a little bit more controlled. The more you press down, the more twist you're actually going to get, but make sure you're not pushing yourself too far to where anything feels painful. And then slowly unwind and re-extend your hand up towards the sky. Get that counter stretch through your shoulder and across your collarbone. And then go ahead and switch out your sides. So really find that length first. Take a deep breath in as you reach up. And that exhale is going to be when you thread it through. So you're just gently placing your right shoulder down and your right ear. When you're in positions like this, avoid moving your neck back and forth to try to keep it nice and aligned with the rest of your spine. And you can use your breath to help deepen. So every inhale, you're lengthening, and every exhale, you're twisting and going a little bit deeper if your body is allowing you to do so. I love this pose. It feels so good. I feel like I'm hunched over all the time. So this feels so nice in my back. Re-extend your fingertips high, find that counter stretch, and then come back to center. We're going to come into a few cat-cows. So breathe in to take your gaze forward and belly button goes down to the earth. Then on your exhale, coming into that cat. Breathe in for your cow and exhale, press the earth away, really dome your upper back like a cat, tucking your chin towards your chest. You can do that a few more times or find a little bit of freedom in the movement as you breathe. Just find whatever your body needs right now, what areas feel tight. Just breathe and move into those spaces. So maybe it's taking big circles, whatever, honestly, just whatever feels good, shifting back and forth. Then you're going to sit back onto your heels. So your toes are tucked under, sitting your booty back on your heels. And we're going to just work into our hands and our wrists and our fingers. Did not know that this was a place that could be extremely tight until becoming a mom. My right side is so much more tight than the other side because I typically hold her on my right side. So my right wrist feels extremely, extremely tight. It's crazy. So you can press your palms down, shift your body side to side, back and forth, flip your fingertips to face your knees and shift slightly back. So really don't push yourself here. Just really use your breath. Take your fingertips pointing out away from you, go side to side. So I'm doing several different things here. So just find what is working in your body. Shifting back and forward, again, side to side. And then I came up on my fingertips here and stretching my fingers one by one. My fingers are so tight. And again, my right side, which is my dominant side, is so much tighter. And when I'm holding her, I'm just holding a lot more weight in, my fingers and my wrist. And I feel like they're cracking and tight all the time. And just, it's the craziest thing. So just take some time here just to find what feels good in your body. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and shift back into a downward facing dog and really spread your fingertips wide, ground down through your palms, and then just walk it out here. So coming onto your toes, rolling out your ankles, stretching one leg, straightening it out, bending the other, and kind of shifting side to side. I like to come up onto my toes, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, draw my heels down, and my calves, my hamstrings, my hips, literally even my feet are so tight. It's crazy. I'm very out of practice, so I know that I'm not alone in this by any means. So breathe in and shift forward, coming into a plank, just to find a little bit more movement through your spine, create some fluidity here, and just shift back and forth from downward facing dog to a plank. And lift your right leg high, bend your knees, stack your hips open. You can roll out your ankle. You can come on to your left foot onto your toes if you want to create a little bit more space. And we're just going to thread it through, coming into a pigeon. So draw your right knee behind your right wrist. Shift a little bit, check your back leg, make sure that it's nice and aligned and that back leg is really, really straight. Shift your hips so that your right hip pulls back, your left hip pulls forward, just straightening things out. And for me, this just feels so tight already, so I need to take some time sitting upright with my spine nice and long. And then after a few breaths, I felt ready, like I could go a little bit deeper. So you can stay upright or you can go ahead and crawl forward. And again, maybe we're able to go deeper naturally in our bodies, but I really want you to just be mindful of just not pushing yourself to your limits right now. Really just stretch it out. I'm going to do another option for you here. If pigeon just feels way too much on your hip space, you can go onto your back and onto a figure 4. You can barely tell what I'm doing here because Nala is literally right in front of me, but you get the idea. So you can do this option instead of pigeon if that feels better for you. And switch on over to the other side. So extend your left leg long, bend your knee, stack your hips open, and bringing your heel towards your booty, lift your knee up a little bit higher, take a deep breath in, and deep breath out. And then same thing here, draw your left knee behind your left wrist. Nala's literally right in the middle of this. And then check your back leg. Once again, make sure everything's in alignment. And just find whatever's working best for you on this side. Most of the time we have a side that feels a lot different. For me, this side is a lot tighter. It's funny because my upper body is tighter on my right side. My lower body, my body is tighter on my left side. So things get a little bit wonky, but that's what I love about yoga is going through these movements, these postures, your breath. You really get to learn so much about your body and find so much awareness in what's going on when maybe you didn't know before. It just really helps you become just in tune with your body. It's so cool. So I'll stop talking. You can take a couple minutes to yourself here. Not minutes, a couple seconds to yourself here. Even out the time on both sides, and slowly bring yourself out of it. Swing your back leg around, send both of your legs out long, flex your toes, breathe in, reach up, and then stretch over your legs. So here, a lot of times it can be very easy to just dome your back and really round in. I want you to focus on lengthening your spine and sitting more upright first, and then once you feel upright, hinge at your hips rather than just curling everything in. So we can tend to curl our nose towards our chest. And I want you to breathe in and lengthen through your spine first, and then find the hinge at your hips rather than just at your neck, if that makes sense. So you can bend your knees here if it feels too tight for you, and continue to breathe and lengthen through your spine. So think about energy going out through the crown of your head, and just keep thinking about your spine getting really long. And then plant your feet down, and we're just gonna come into reverse tabletop here. My body was freaking out with this because it felt so tight. I felt this a lot through my shoulders, a lot through my arms even. So really extend your hips up towards the sky, and then slowly unwind. I'm just gonna come into a twist, so plant both of your feet down. Give some space between both of your feet, and then bring your left hand over, or your left arm rather, over to your right leg, and just find that twist. Take your gaze over your shoulder and just switch it out to the other side when you're ready. And then come out when you feel like you're balanced on each side. Last pose we're going to do together is coming into a butterfly. So press the bottoms of your feet to touch and let your knees fall heavy down towards the ground. And you have several options here. You can always bring your feet and your heels away from your body, or you can drag them in closer. It's going to give you a different stretch. It really just depends on how your hips are feeling. You want to inhale, lengthen through your spine again. And then if you have the space on your exhale, you can lean forward. It really, again, just listen to your body of what you need. Hip space is one of the most popular places to feel that tightness. So again, you can linger here as long as you like. I wanted to make sure we got some upper body stuff, like through our back and through our shoulders, because I know a lot of us are hunching over. And I also wanted to hit our lower body and our hip region. I think these are the most, at least for me, these feel like the most important, not important, but the most stiff places in my body right now. All right, when you're ready, breathe in, just reach up, just come into a regular seat, just get comfortable, and bring your palms to touch. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can play this video over and over if you like, pause it, stretch and linger a little bit longer, but I hope that you feel like a human. Again, I hope that your body feels a little bit looser. You can do this literally any time of the day. So let me know if this felt good, if you'd like to see more of these. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.